This is a 6-row repeat worked on a multiple of 6 plus 5. For my sample, I have 29 stitches and I'm using worsted weight yarn and US size 6 needles. The edges of this stitch are not very neat, so depending on how you plan to use the stitch, you may want to consider adding a few extra stitches for a border to neaten things up. For row 1, the repeat is purl 5, and slip 1 with the yarn in back. So you want to make sure that your yarn is in the back of the work, and slip the next stitch, and you want to slip it purlwise. So purl 5, slip 1 with the yarn in back. And you will end your last repeat with purl 5. For row 2, the repeat is knit 5, purl 1. And you will end the last repeat with knit 5. For row 3, we're going to repeat row 1. So you purl 5, and then slip 1 with the yarn in back, and again you're slipping purlwise. And you end the last repeat with purl 5. And for row 4, we're going to repeat row 2. So you knit 5, and purl 1. And the last repeat is just knit 5. Now for row 5, this is where we are going to make our little flowers. And we begin row 5 by purling the first 2 stitches together. Now if you take a look at the next stitch on your left needle, you're going to count down 4 rows. You might have to give your fabric a little pull so that you can see the stitches clearly. And you just count down 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. And this stitch is where we need to put our right needle. So you just stick your right needle into that stitch, grab your yarn, and pull it through. So there's our first loop. Then you're going to knit the next stitch on the left needle. And now we're going to go back to that same stitch 4 rows down and draw up another loop. So again, you take your right needle, and at this point it might be helpful for you to hold those stitches in place. Take your right needle, go back into that same stitch 4 rows down, grab your yarn, and pull it through. And you should have something like this on the right needle. Now we need to purl the next 2 stitches together. And then slip the next stitch. And again, we're slipping with the yarn in back. And you slip purlwise. So that is the repeat for row 5. You purl 2 together. Take a look at the next stitch on the left needle, and you're going to count down 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. And into that stitch 4 rows down, you want to put your right needle right there. Grab your yarn and pull it through. Knit the next stitch on the left needle, and then go back to that same stitch where we pulled up the first loop. Stick your needle right in, grab the yarn, and pull it through. Just like that. Then you purl 2 together. And then slip the next stitch purlwise with the yarn in back. On your last repeat of the row, let's purl 2 together, draw up a loop from the 4th stitch down, knit 1, draw up another loop from that same stitch 4 rows down, and purl 2 together. And for row 6, the repeat is the same as row 2. You knit 5, and purl 1. And the last repeat of the row is just knit 5. And you repeat those 6 rows for the pattern.